Janet, we could have did a one-on-one if you go.
I know. Well, I think they're in there.
We could have did a one-on-one, Janet.
Oh my God.
Could have just had a private interview and been okay. I ain't have to stand up here.
I know. We could have also been talking about music.
Could have had lunch and everything else, and we could have had a good old day.
I was gonna say, I think I don't wanna hold it.
Thanks for waiting, Coach.
No problem, Greg.
Coach, after all of those close games last year, including like the 49ers game you played this week, those 3-point games, just what's it been like for you to be on the other side of that and actually doing it at a historical level?
Well, it's been good to close them out. You know, you don't ever want to play games that close, but early in the year, all these games are going to be tough, and they're going to be one-score games. Like you said, last year we didn't pull them out. This year we've been finding a way to win. It shows attention to detail and resiliency on our part.
What did you guys do? I'm sure it's not just one thing, but whether it's getting more of the right kind of guys in your locker room, having more of an emphasis on those takeaways, a lot of 2-minute situations. I mean, where do you kind of point the finger as to why you guys have gotten so much better at closing out games?
Well, you learn from last year. You know, experience is one thing, resiliency is another, practice is another. You know, Coach Moore says it all the time. You prepare hard, you practice hard, you play hard. And we go by the 3 Ps as judged by Coach Moore. And, you know, we try to cover all that stuff as everybody else does as well. But they're really focused towards the end of the ball game, and they understand what they have to do.
How do you guys get the touchdown from Baker to Shep with like a minute left? How much do you consider going for 2 there and a chance to maybe take the lead and not have
We
the
talked
game go
about
to
it. You know, we talked about it, and we ended up going for 1, and Devontae made a heck of a play and ended up working out for us. But we did talk about it.
You talked to how Rashad White played as that lead back from Bucky Irving out. It seemed like he made some crucial blocks and picked up some pretty crucial first downs there for you guys.
So Rashad had an excellent game. He played tough all day long, whether it was blocking, running the ball, or catching the football. He did a heck of a job. He saw the holes, took advantage. He was a physical runner for the most part, and then he had some great catches on the side as well and some screen plays, and he played a tough ball game.
That amazing play that him and Baker connected with that kept the hopes alive in that 49ers game, you know, where Baker's got Nick Bosa draped on his arm and somehow he makes a throw and Rashad leaps up to grab it. Just how has he done in terms of, you know, taking on a different role? I mean, he used to be the lead back. Bucky comes along and has a lot of success. It seems like he's handled that whole thing gracefully.
I don't think he's taking a different role. I think he's still a lead back. We still see him as a lead back, so we just have 2 of them now. He's matured. Obviously, he's played a couple years now. He does his job. He's very professional. He's a great teammate in the locker room and a great team player, and he understands how to play the game. He knows how to play the game very well, and we count on him a lot.
Can you also take us through the thought process of that 3-and-1 play where at the very end, the blitz that I guess you hadn't called it all game. It didn't seem like you blitzed a ton in this game at all, but just kind of the decision of that with Antoine, I believe he was coming off the edge, and then, of course, Levante. You know, he gets the interception there, but just the thought process behind all that and just how well it worked.
We hadn't called it off game, so obviously, you know, they had a set. We thought it would be open when they sent 4 guys out. We thought we had a shot at it. Levante just made a heck of a play. Wynn's one of our best blitzers, so we sent him off the edge as well, and it worked out for both of them. Wynn got the pressure on the quarterback. It actually bounced off or skinned Logan's helmet, and Tate made a heck of a play coming up with the catch.
Obviously, you guys were down not only a starting outside corner, but the person that would likely step in for an outside corner. So I just want to ask you about the plan to have Vildor help out and have Parrish be inside and outside, and how well you thought they handled that.
I thought that was a lot on Parrish's plate, but I thought he handled it well. He had a PI call. I thought it was very good coverage in that respect. But to go outside and inside is not easy, especially with the game plan. Vildor has a lot of experience on the outside, so he understands the game very well, and we trust him out there to play. So it was probably more on Parrish's plate, but I thought he did a very good job.
We've talked a lot about Emeka as a player, but what stands out to you about him as a person?
Just humble, willingness to learn, very good teammate, very smart guy, class act. He's as sharp off the field, if not sharper than he is on the field as a person, easy to talk to. His thirst for knowledge of the game is unbelievable. He's just a great guy to be around.
Baker's had a lot of success with the downfield passing attempts, and he's throwing it downfield a lot more than last year. Was that an intentional plan coming into the season, or is it just circumstantial with the 5 games you've played?
I mean, it was intentional lately. You know, we started out throwing a lot of quick games, and with the linemen down, we were trying to get the ball out quick. So we're trying to get back to what we do and get the ball downfield a little more and try to get some chunk plays.
I wanted to ask what you thought about the pass rush. Looking back at the film, it seemed like towards the end that he also helped create that pressure that caused the interception, but towards the beginning of the game and towards the middle, it seemed like Don was a little comfortable back there.
I thought the ball was coming out quick. It was a tough team to play because they max 7, 8 guys a lot, and then he gets the ball out quick when they don't. He played a very good ball game. It was a shootout. We hadn't been in one of those in a while, so we were fighting for everything because he was playing so well, and they had a receiver making some plays as well. But we got a little bit of pressure at the end, and we did enough to win the game.
I don't want to take anything away from what the defense did, because they put this team in position to be able to go down the field and get that field goal at the end. But just the way Baker has composed himself throughout these games and all of these, comebacks within the final 2 minutes of games, just what can you say about that?
He's been great. The closer he gets, the more his competitiveness comes out. He understands what he's doing in 2 minutes. There's no panic, so there's no panic in everybody else. So he really breathes life into everybody that's out on the field, and they get the job done.
What about Sterling Shepard, too? I mean, he also put you guys in position there, and I believe Baker's referred to him as Old Faithful before. He goes from competing for a job during training camp, has a wonderful preseason, and just goes out there, and it's just really dependable in a lot of important situations.
Very underrated. One of our most underrated players, but one of our best players. He knows what to do, how to do it. He's very tough. He can play inside. He can play outside. He's done a great job blocking this year as well. He finds the open spots, and, him and Baker have a connection that way, and, he kept us in the game.
The defense in the second half against the Eagles had played so well to keep them without a completion, negative yardage. And then yesterday was a different story in terms of them being able to score on 5 straight drives with touchdowns. Why do you think they were able to move the ball in the defense so well in the second half?
Well, Sam played a good game, number one. Number two, fundamentally sound. We were not. We got to be a lot better fundamentally from that aspect. When you look at the tape, we got to be better than that. And we've been better earlier in the year. We just got to get back to basics.
Fundamentally in terms of things like tackling technique or?
All the technique.
Do you sort of grade that on a curve, though, with the amount of people you had out in the secondary?
Never grade on a curve. We tell it like it is.
Todd, of the 5 guys that you had to rule out of Mike and Bucky on defense, Dean, Morse, and Izzy on defense, are any of those 5 in play to return this week and be healthy this week?
A little early, so we'll wait till the report comes in and see where they're at.
A report emerged that Bucky Irving's been dealing with a shoulder injury. At what point did you become aware of that, and how significant is that?
I was aware of it pretty soon. As soon as he heard it, I was aware of it. It's day by day right now, so we're still trying to see how he heals and see how he handles it and kind of go from there.
How did you approach the week not knowing who could be starting at quarterback for San Francisco?
I'm sorry, say that again.
How do you approach the week not knowing who's going to be starting at quarterback for San Francisco?
Well, we've seen them both on tape, obviously, but we try to attack the scheme and see what kind of scheme they're playing as opposed to which quarterback is playing. Obviously, they have their favorite plays between the two. Just got to do our homework.
Todd, it looked like Godwin had come off with some kind of injury and was kind of limited limping during the game. Is he dealing with anything? Is he a concern to have?
I'm pretty sure he was sore, playing only his second game right now. I'm pretty sure he was sore. Still waiting for the injury report to come out.
No other injuries to speak of in terms of guys injured during the game?
Not at this time, no.
Anything else? Okay,
Thanks.
Thanks, Todd.